Welcome back to the BridgeSimton challenge. We are here in the Doubting family. If you remember from last time, they um, they lost all their money and we had to build it back up. We got built up to almost 30,000 simoleons, but they are still trying to maintain their um, you know their status in society by pretending that they still have a lot of money. But who knows how long that will last. We are also trying to get Seth here into university. I'm going to use a cheat for that, and I also downloaded a mod to make it just a week so that we could do that while we're here with him. It's just important that we figure out how to do university in the time frame that we have with them. So I think next time I have a sim join university, I'm gonna come a little earlier into the household so that their university day starts on Monday. Unfortunately, his starts on Tuesday, so will stay here until Monday because we have to do his finals. So we'll figure out the timing of things a little bit later. But he is now in university, and we are going to continue to work on their skills, but at the same time, he has to work on his classwork, so that'll be important. But also, guys have less skills to get than the ladies, so we won't be too worried about that. We have Phoebe doing her knitting right now while Seth does his college work, and we'll still have Juliana do some painting and stuff because she does need to, even though we need to keep making money, like we need more money. We don't. We need to somehow get to the position where we were, and you know, say that everything was fine and that the doubting family is not in danger, because that really hurts their children's marriage choices if their family is in danger because they have lost all their money. So because they don't have like a noble title or anything, the only thing they have is their money. So that is an issue for them because they are going to go from upper class to what? Like 20, we're at 20,000 simoleons right now after bills. So that is really not good because that's like lower class money. Even though they're making a good amount of money, so hopefully we can get back up to a good place. I think it was like 85,000 is what they were supposed to start with. So hopefully we can get back up to a good place and get the children's dowries and everything in place. We don't want to have to worry about, um, being able to marry off Phoebe, especially because, the king is getting married this year, and it's really important that they keep up a good enough appearance in case she becomes a queen, because there's not a lot of eligible ladies in society at this moment. So because of that, we are just, we have a better chance than we would if there were like a lot of aristocratic ladies available to marry the king. So they really want to not hurt their children's chances for a future. So if you remember also the last video with the Towbridge household, is that what their name is? I already forget. Templeton household? It starts with a T. Um, and so he started having an affair, Roger did, with Francis, Duke Francis. And they are, continuing their affair. And the dog made a funny noise, and so I was like, "What was that?" Um, anyway, so they're continuing their affair, and unfortunately, Juliana, she hasn't noticed that there's a problem, but they are suffering a bit in their relationship. So we actually just rolled a 2, which is the same thing we rolled last time for the Templeton family, which is really interesting. We rolled to increase our status. So I'm thinking that because of Roger and Francis's relationship, that perhaps Francis, will put in a good word for him with the monarchy. They only have one noble household; they really could use another, and just kind of promoting their family with the king, who is young and probably makes decisions easier than if he had more experience. But as of right now, they don't know that yet. So Juliana and Roger's relationship is suffering because they're just not on the same, they're stressed about money and he's always away, having his affair and she doesn't know what he's doing or, what's going on. And so they're definitely having some marriage troubles because of it. But the kids are kind of knowing that something's wrong, but all they can do is get ready for their futures. They have to leave the rest to their parents. So she is now done with her knitting stuff. We will move on. And he is working on his schoolwork. Or is that his writing skill? No, his writing skill. Not his schoolwork. He already finished his homework and his presentation. He has to do the presentation, but he finished the board there. Okay, and he's going to go to school. And she's working on her singing. Mom is painting paintings. So everyone is just doing the best that they can. Okay, so we are collecting everything from the mailbox. He's going to university. Go off. There you go. And that's the second class of the day. And she is doing good on her singing. Then he's going to do his presentation. All sorts of things going on. There's our alcoholic butler again. So the king is going to come over and personally tell him that he is getting a noble title. So we're going to give him the news that he's getting a title and um, that he was recommended and that now this kingdom has 2 noble families. So there is that. And we are just going to do the same thing we did for Duke Francis, which is we're going to increase their status 1, and then we're also going to give them an estate. So they got some land from the crown, and that is actually going to solve a lot of their money troubles because they will be making an income from their estate as well. So they are just so happy, and they're going to keep that masterpiece that she just painted, and they are really, I mean, they're happy, but they're also a little worried because they didn't get any more money. They got land. So um, it's not like they can upgrade everything right this second or that they have a lot of money all of a sudden. They still have the same amount of money they had before. It's just that um, they now have another source of income. So definitely they are going to have to kind of maintain an even higher class of living than they previously were, which will be a strain at the beginning. But hopefully they'll be able to make enough money off of all this other stuff. So we just purchased the estate, and we of course named Seth our heir and got a steward for the estate. And we are doing pretty good in the family now, so they're just going to come over here and talk, and they're both so relieved, and it's definitely going to help their relationship that they're not really as worried about money anymore that they were worried about previously. So he's like, look, see, all of my, time that I've been spending trying to make connections and stuff really worked. So we now have, he is a baron. So baron is the lowest level in the rules. I think there is such a thing as like a baronet, but I'm not even going to bother with all those like really minute details. So he is now a Baron Roger Dowding, and that is a really big step up for their family. But like I said, they don't, it's not like they have any more money. So we still have to work really hard to gain money, but we are going to be able to get extra money from the estate. And hopefully that will pull them out of this hole that they are in. So let's just continue to work on all of that. He's working on his writing skill again. He worked on his term paper just briefly, and then she's working on her dancing. She has, I think, dancing, cross stitching, maybe singing. Did she finish singing? I forget. All right, he reached writing level 3. He needs to get to level 4. Oh, okay. We have a baby age up. There we go. Okay. And now I am just going to, yep, okay, she's at dancing level 4, so let's work on cross stitching. I actually think that might be the last thing unless she didn't finish her writing yet. So that'll be good. And actually, I just remembered something I should write down. We need baby things for, because the Barnes family just had a baby, and then, yeah. Okay, so you'll see in just a second. So we are going to have a royal banquet to show off their new status, and I don't know why I can't like invite people, so I'm just going to invite the club over once we start the event. So we'll start the banquet, and we'll have it at home. They have so much land too, so it's good for them. So we're going to invite everyone over from the club. We're going to, call to a meal, socialize, dance, really have a good time. Oh yeah, our alcoholic butler's still at it. Um, okay, and he is doing his school stuff. And oh, also I forgot. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't let Phoebe like meet any guys well while they're here. Um, it turns out that she already somehow knows Eli and their friends. Maybe that was through school, like the game did that. But I don't know yet what I'm going to do there. Maybe I can say that like their families know each other, and because of that, that they have spent more time together. Because Eli is the son of um, Francis, so I'm sure that Francis has been and like the Templeton and the Doubting families have been mingling since the affair is going on. So maybe that's how their kids are a little more friendly with each other. But we are getting a gold on this event, which is really nice, except for the part where everything falls apart shortly, which you'll see. Uh-oh, spinning wheel of death. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yes, okay, so my game crashed. So I had to replay that whole thing because I didn't save since the very beginning, so that really stunk. That was really tough. And we are going to retry this event. Unfortunately, we had a gold and we can't have it anymore, which is really, really sad, but that's okay. So let's try this again. Oh my gosh. But yes, so the family is all here, and so is the rest of the club. There is that. Go to university class, please, and thank you. I need you to do well in school. This is the only chance you're going to get. So, presumably he will have been going to school between rotations, but because we don't see that and we're not going to play that, it obviously doesn't work out. So we're trying this again. Okay, we are going to have everybody dance and drink and just have food and have a great time. They are showing off their newfound status, and Phoebe, obviously, Phoebe and Seth can't join the festivities because they're not out in society yet, but um, there is a lot of stuff happening there. So also I'm going to get the honey fields pregnant so that we can play an infant when we go to their household. But anyway, so I am really excited about their new rise in status, and I feel like it's just like, honestly, they must be thinking it is such a godsend because they were literally, they lost all of their money, and then somehow we have now gotten to the point where we have a way out of this hole that has been dug into. And look at them, they're so happy. They're like, it's a really, like, even though they had some bad luck, they are finally going to be okay, and everything is going to be fine, and their family is going to be all right, and they're very optimistic about it. Like, yes, it's not going to be easy, but they are just so happy that it's all going to be okay. They now have an estate that is making them money, and they can continue to, increase it and then get more money, and it's excellent. So they're no longer worried about the dowry and all that stuff, although it could be a lot. I think the aristocratic dowry can go up to like 50,000 simoleons, plus there's a bride price, which I don't really know. They didn't mention that in Bridgerton, and I don't really know how that works. Like, doesn't the money just even itself out? But I don't know. Do places do both a dowry and a bride price? I don't know. Is that a thing? Not sure. Okay, I Googled it a bit, and honestly, I still don't know the answer. So we're just going to do what the rules tell us to and go from there. So we are again working on his homework now that he is back, and he needs to practice writing as well. He's almost there, though. He just needs to get to level 4. He's at level 3. I did have to like reset their skills and stuff when my game crashed, so it might not look exactly the same, but we're doing our best. And he is going to do this, and that is great. I think, yeah, and we just need to get to, did she finish her cross stitching? I think she might have. So we are really good on Phoebe's stuff. Yeah. I'm looking at this and it says like 25,000, 50,000. Oh my gosh. But I think that like that's the maximum for the aristocracy. So I feel like that would be more like the Grand Duke's household would give the full amount, whereas like a Baron's household would probably give a amount that is just a little over upper class. Anyway, so here we go. And she's painting. Everyone is doing really good. Like honestly, they have been doing really well with their children. Like their children graduated school early. Their children um, were able to, do all of their skills very quickly, and we still have some time. So what we're really focusing now on is just, I think he has like two more skills or something that he has to do. But what we're focusing on is his college stuff. Yeah, he's at writing level 4. But he is in pretty good shape for his college stuff as well. He's just going to continue to do his homework as it comes. And other than that, we'll work on his skills. And maybe we'll get back to his aspiration a little bit. And we're just going to continue to try to improve the estate so that it gives us more money. All of that stuff is in good shape. So there's that. And Love Day starts tomorrow. Okay. And we are okay. Another masterpiece. We're just going to keep selling most of those. We'll keep a couple of them, but we are trying to make money here. And they do make you a lot of money. So there is that. And he's off to work. Yeah, so I don't know how I fit Lady Madeline in one thing, but I can't fit, like, well, I guess Baroness is a long word, to be completely honest. Anyway, so we are going to just continue here. I'm just going to keep saving a lot because I'm so worried that um, we are going to have another problem. I think what I determined was the problem was every time I went into his university job tab in Seth's user profile, whatever. So every time I went to go look at his university stuff, I would get the spinny wheel. So I think it might have to do with, it could have to do with a couple of things because I have not tried this without the mod. So it could have to do with the fact that I cheated his university. It could have the fact with um, that we have the mod where university is only 1 week. It could be, um, there's one other thing that I was considering and now I forget what it is, to be completely honest with you. But I don't know. Anyway, there could be a lot of reasons for that, but we're just not going to click on it again and we'll do our best. So here we go. Very nice. And we are just going to continue to go through this family and their skills and all that stuff and just doing this. And then I'll probably skip ahead so that you don't have to watch her paint for 10 minutes. Okay, so it is now Love Day. And who do you think that Roger is going to go out on a date with? Not his wife. Um, but for some reason we can't. Oh, I think we lost some of our romance with him when I reset. So we will just invite him out and then be romantic with him. So let's go to the theater together. What a nice date idea, the theater. So we are going to go there. And that someone is revving really loudly outside my house. That is the problem with having my office be the room up against the street. Anyway, so they are both here in the box, probably the Duke's box that they're in. And we are going to just continue really nicely with their romantic relationship, although these other people are getting involved and I want them to stop. I want you to go away. Thank you. Do not come here into my business. Okay, so they're going to go into like the VIP resting area as well and just kind of relax and have a little romantic time. I'm actually kind of In real life, there would probably be people around, but you know, what you can do. So they are just enjoying themselves. Okay, we got our royalties. See, we're doing really good since we got the estate. We already are now up to 53,000 simoleons. I think that we'll be okay when it comes to um, you know, our future. So we are going to see, okay, the other Barnes baby was born. You're all set. And I know the camera's all over the place. I'm just trying to get a picture of them, but the camera is wigging out because right behind them it's empty because it's a stage. So anyway, we are now going to go home and allow Juliana to flirt with her husband so that she can get her Love Day stuff accomplished as well, although the children are definitely not going to do Love Day stuff because they are not out in society and not flirting with anyone. So that is the way it's going to be. So they are just going to flirt. I think we're going to have to buy a flower for her to give him, but I think you have to be flirty in order to give the rose. And we're just continuing to improve the estate. That's what that's called. And the kids are just doing their thing. Seth is doing his homework. You know, the parents are woo-hooing, and they are in good shape. There we go. Oh, so nice. It's not, he's having an affair. It's okay. But, like, it's really interesting, too, because, so, like, I'm also going to have her present to the queen now, but he basically got this position because of his affair. Like, that's why Francis promoted him for it. Although, to be fair, they probably would have promoted him anyway because the other chance is with the Beauchamps, and they don't even have a son, so I don't think that they would be the first choice for that. And we're going to do his homework, and it's Friday night. So, okay, so she did great with her entrance to society. I'm going to include her in this. I think, you know what I should do in the future is I should save the etiquette skill for last. That way, if there's any skill that they haven't completed, it would be the etiquette skill. And then because of that, they would get a different result on the in this little pop-up. So I think that that is, I think that that makes more sense. And I don't know why I did this right now, but I did. Um, so we will be able to have Seth join the House of Lords as soon as he is done with university, and um, he might have to become an adult first. I'm not really sure, but we'll see. So the whole family is just enjoying themselves. So since we've gotten all their skills and stuff done, I think what I'm going to focus on now is Seth's aspiration again. So he wants to meet people in 3 different places. So we're going to go to the cathedral first. This is a build that I did as well, and it is something I built for my last royal family game, and it's a wedding venue. So anyway, here we are. And hopefully some people will show up so that we can meet them, or we'll just meet the bartender. That'll be fine. Let's go meet the bartender. Hello, hello. Okay, so he wants to meet people in one more location, so I might, we'll have a drink and then we'll leave and we'll go to another location. Of course, there's no drama because no one is in a relationship yet, but that's fine. So let's go to the maze garden next. That'll be fun, although it's in the bluff, so I'm not sure exactly how many people will show up, but that's okay. So here we are in the maze garden. Let's actually give an offering. I'm thinking that he's thinking to himself, like, he wants to get more money for his family, so he's just going to wish for more money. He only really got like 1,000, 1,500 simoleons, but it worked. So he is thinking about his future as all of a sudden he is going to be the future baron, and that is a big deal. And so because of that, he is really thinking about things like their family financial situation and everything. Like before, it was just, oh, okay, you do your own thing and you'll be okay. And eventually it will work itself out and your family will be fine. and he thought he could do that, like becoming an officer and blah, blah, blah. Oh, why did I give him a House of Lords seat? I was going to make him an officer. That's right. Okay, well, I just wasted 25,000 simoleons in this household that really needed to keep the money. I almost had, my game almost crashed again, so there was that. But, okay, I'm an idiot. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. So, anyway, we are here and we're going to start a gentleman's gathering because he needs to make friends as well. So I'm actually going to lock Phoebe up in her room so that she doesn't meet any of these guys. I don't know why she's friends with Eli again. Why? So anyway, we will do our best here. And no, don't come out and go talk to the king. Don't do that, please. You really shouldn't do that. Okay, so she's okay. And we are going to try and make friends with everybody because he wants to have 12 friends, which is a lot. So that's fine. And we are going to just, yep, introduce ourselves to some people and chat with them and see if we can't become friends with them and ignore Levi because, you know what, he stinks and we want to be enemies with him. So also it's kind of weird to have like Francis chatting with Seth. It's like, would you be worried that your affair partner's son is going to like find out or I don't know, become too close or I don't know. Like, it would be a huge betrayal if they became friends and then he found out, like, he was sleeping with his dad the whole time. That would be awkward. Anyway, so everyone is just having a... Oh, the king did not have a good impression of him. That's interesting. But he had a good impression of the king. I mean, that's awkward because the king gave you your title already. So there's that. Everybody is just chatting, trying to become friends. Also, Roger needs to become friends for his job as well. And everyone is just having an interesting time. So I think we're going to wrap this day up with that friendship stuff. And we'll go into tomorrow. And since he is now a baron, I think that it will be nice to get a family portrait going. So we'll do that and get the teleporters in place. And we'll have our butler, our new butler, apparently we have a new butler again, do the portrait. So let's just get everybody. I'm trying to think of where I should put them. Should I put them to the side? Should I put them behind? We'll kind of see how it goes. So let's get them all there and then we'll get the butler. If I could find the butler somewhere. Here he is. Okay. So yeah, no, there he is. Okay. So we will get everyone going. Okay, it's very hot in this house. That's really bad. Everyone's gonna overheat. But I need you all to get in your formal wear for this picture. So can you please do that for me? And there we go. Just putting everyone in place, and then we'll put them in their poses, and then we'll change their outfits. I just wanted to check out what the poses were for, um, you know, for this pose pack. It's new for me, so that is what happened there. And then we are going to just get mom and dad in place. Can you please sit down? Why are you just standing there? I really don't like it. Sit, 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 sit. Oh my gosh. Everything is fine. Okay, now let's get this going. It's a little off center. I don't like that. Let's move this over and try again. And then we'll get the picture done. It'll be so lovely. Although the kids are really far back. I guess they didn't need to be so far back, but that's okay. So let's get you two going. And yay, a family portrait. It'll be very nice to hang above the mantle. That will be a good choice. Yeah, they were standing way far back. Let's change all their clothes too because they are all overheating and that is very scary. And then we are going to move everything, like get rid of that couch and put up the painting and everything, and that'll be really good. You could just hurry up and do that any day now, and you're really awful inappropriate for the time period outfit. So there's that. I should probably copy and paste his butler uniform onto all of his outfits, but that's fine. Okay, we're good now. Let's move that, and then we'll be okay. Yay. Okay. There that is. Saving, saving, saving. All right. Now I don't need to control you anymore. And everyone else is in good shape. Yep, it's almost Monday, which is the last day of classes, which is his final exams, which will be excellent for, um, getting a good college degree. And since this video is getting a little long, we're going to skip around a little bit, but he is going to get his grades back soon. He has had his classes for the day, I believe, or maybe he has one more left. We'll have to see. So then we will get the results there. Yeah, he's uncomfortable because he's about to go into his last final. Madeline is calling us to go participate in the Hunger Games. Okay, as soon as he gets home from this class, he is going to get his grades back, and then we'll see how he did with his degree. So that'll be really nice. And I do want to see, because I don't know exactly how this mod works. This is my first time using it. So I don't really know what is going on, but okay, he got all A's. Excellent. Okay, final grade. And the graduation is tomorrow. So actually, do I have to stay for the graduation? Yeah, it says he doesn't have a degree yet. Okay. Um, we'll have to see about that. Okay, so I stayed even longer in this family than I wanted to, but let's go to his graduation ceremony that I can't even click on the building to graduate from, so I don't really know what's going on, and there are lots of people in their graduation stuff, but it's not happening. Anyway, so we are going to wrap it up here. I hope that you enjoyed this part. I know um, it's a little longer than usual in the sim world, so there's that, but maybe we'll make up for it in other households, maybe we won't. So we'll just kind of see what we do there. Maybe if I get the stuff in the Beauchamp household done early, that we'll be able to um, leave that household early, or maybe just one day early, and then we can skip one day in the Honeyfield household as well. We'll see what happens there. Honestly, I haven't planned it yet, so we will see what happens. So I will catch you in the next one.